Good morning, everyone. Good morning, guys. I'm Gaurav Mandal. I'm from Intel IoT Club. So today we are going to have our Tech Connect session finally after many days. I would like to know about you guys. What do you expect from our event? If anybody wants to share their view, they can start. So, guys, our agenda would be as follows. First, we will be introducing our club to you guys. Then we will have a separate session for AI, IoT, and machine learning. Then at the end, we will have our Intel tools demonstration, and that will be the end of the session. So I would like you guys, if anybody wants to share their views, they can come out and speak. We also are not experts in speaking. So I will introduce you to my team members. So Arun Deepak is our IoT head. He will share about himself.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Deepak. I'm a third year computer science student at CMR Technical Campus. I have 2 years of experience in the cloud industry. I hold a couple of industry level certifications on AWS. Currently, I'm interning with F13 as an AWS cloud intern working on security and database migration. So that's a brief introduction about me and about the club. I've been elected as a IoT head for the Intel CMRTC club. So if anyone is willing to learn more about Internet of Things and its projects and the technologies behind it, so you're free to share your thoughts with me. You can have we can have a meeting at any point a given point of time, so you can share your thoughts and share your ideas. Over to you, Yash.
Yash is our machine learning head, and he will share about himself soon.
Yash, I think you're not audible.
Bhavna, you continue.
So, good morning, everyone. I am Bhavna and I'm elected as AI lead for this club. And I've completed my project on machine learning, iris classification of flowers, and I'm certified Java basic learner from HackerRank. And that's it about me. I've not done so many projects, and I'm an enthusiastic AI learner. That's it about me.
Yeah,
Yes.
am I audible now?
Start. Yeah, you are audible. You can start.
Yeah. I think that was a technical issue. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Yeshraj, and I am from third year A section, and I have been selected as a machine learning lead in this club. And I'm familiar with machine learning, and I have also done in many projects in machine learning, data science, and that's what about me. Thank you.
So, guys, our Intel IoT Club is the youngest club of our college. It was started around 15 days ago, wherein I was selected from Intel side to represent it in our college. And after getting selected, we had talks with Sruchandri sir and Naresh sir of CSC department. Then our club was formed. Our club mainly deals with three things, that is artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things. So our club main motive is to connect people and enable them to have a good development life, and connect them with Intel technologies to have better solutions for any problem statement. Our club would be doing sessions on AI, ML, and IoT, and we will be having many contests such as coding contests, hackathons, sessions. We will sometimes even have people from outside clubs of Intel IoT clubs to come and speak in our college, and we will be continuing this for a longer time. So, without doing a delay, we'll start soon. For AI, please stay in this one. And for IoT and machine learning, we will share a separate link wherein you can join and start your works. So for IoT link and machine learning link has been shared. You can start joining there.
Okay, shall we start our sessions?
Yeah,
Bhavan?
yeah, you can start.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So everyone, you just please look at your in-call messages. They have been posted two links. One is the IoT link and one is ML link. So those who are interested to listen talk about ML, they can join this link. It will be handled by Yash. And those who want interested in IoT, they need to join a particular link which is given in the in-call messages. We'll be starting
The
the session right now.
the people who registered for AI should be in this link only. Have you mentioned?
Yeah, we in the same lead.
Fine.
Bhavana, you can start your presentation.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm here to explain about artificial intelligence, the basics of artificial intelligence exactly. And before starting, I would start it with a quotation said by Elon Musk. He said that AI is the fundamental risk to the existence of human civilization. And according to a survey, global survey, AI market is expected to reach a revenue of 118.6 billion by 2025. And as we all know, AI is such a fascinating domain. It has literally developed its existence in all other domains too. So it is equally essential for all of us to learn what artificial intelligence is. New things pop up across the globe every now and then. So as a learner, it is essential for all of us to learn AI and have a glance at all the strengths of AI. So here comes my contents. I would start it with an introduction and then followed by history of artificial intelligence. And it is so important to learn why we use AI after having a glance upon what is artificial intelligence. And then we would move to limitations of human mind and then applications, followed by advantages and disadvantages, then future, and then I would conclude this presentation. So firstly, let us know what is artificial intelligence. Today, now when we look at understanding what AI is all about, I can assure you all that we have already used it unknowingly, either in a small scale or in a big scale. So this is the Wikipedia definition of the artificial intelligence. It says that artificial intelligence is a theory and development of computer systems able to perform tasks normally requiring human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. So naturally, humans are gifted intelligence by God, and then providing the same traits and characteristics of this intelligence to the machines and giving them the ability to understand the user requirements is all about artificial intelligence. So let me introduce you with artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a branch of science which deals with helping machines and finds out the solutions to complex problems in the natural way the human does it. But also artificial intelligence can does not have any limitations as if the human intelligence has. This generally involves borrowing characteristics from human intelligence and applying them in the form of algorithms and making it computer friendly way. So now let's look into a brief history of AI. It was started in 1941. 1941 was the year when technology was finally available. And in 1956, the term artificial was introduced for the first time. And in 1960s, a program based on artificial intelligence was finally introduced, and that was checkers game. The opponents were able to play it by a set of instructions which was programmed to the computer. And in
Guys, just wait for a minute. She will be rejoining us again.
sorry for the inconvenience, I just had a technical issue. I would restart with the history of AI. So, as we have completed the history of AI, let's now move into why we should learn artificial intelligence. It is equally essential for us to know the reason what we are learning. So, let us now know the reason why we are learning artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has made up all our life so comfortable that we are sitting in the same place and getting all our requirements done so easily. Artificial intelligence is such a fascinating domain. It has its impact literally on all other domains too, such as cloud computing, healthcare center, and in the medical field, and in the robotic field, and everywhere. Computers are fundamentally well designed to perform the mechanical task and through the fixed program rules, and this allows artificial machines to perform the complex and hard difficult tasks so efficiently which humans cannot do with their intelligence, and then we can make our life so comfortable and easy for all of us. So that's all about why we need to learn artificial intelligence. Now moving upon to limitations of human mind. So why is artificial intelligence so trending and is popping now and then everywhere? Because of human intelligence has some limitations, but artificial intelligence can do those tasks so efficiently. And some limitations of human intelligence are object recognition. People can't properly explain how we recognize objects. When we are surrounded with a group of objects, we can't exactly recognize and remember the exact dimensions of those objects. And then another trend is face recognition. We all use face recognition in our Android applications when we lock the screen, but human intelligence cannot exactly pass these traits to another person by and can explain the face recognition. And then the next trend is naming of colors. So based on our learning, we can classify the colors. mm, Not, but human intelligence cannot classify the colors so exactly. So we use artificial intelligence to exactly classify the shades upon absolute standards. So now let's look into applications of AI. The applications of AI include expert systems, natural language processing, which is known as NLP, and then speech recognition, computer vision, and robotics. We also have numerous applications beyond this, such as smart driving cars, smart vehicles, virtual assistants, and we also use it in healthcare, chatbots, robots, and all, etc. I'm pretty sure we have already come across these kind of applications such as chatbots, smart driving, and self-driving cars. So let's look into some different trends which have popped up in this 2021 of artificial intelligence. So let's have a look of this. Tighter cloud, tighter cloud and AI integration. As we all know, cloud computing is really a fascinating domain on its own, but it also has uh, really huge thing which handles tons and tons of data. So bringing artificial intelligence together is ensuring that we have better ways of how not only we monitor the data movement, but also about managing all the resources present in the cloud. So this ensures that at end of the day, all our costs go down and our efficiency grows up. And then the next trend is reinforcement learning on the rise. Reinforcement learning is just literally everywhere as a concept, and it is also present as stronghold, present as foundation upon which all these applications work. So reinforcement learning is simply all about planning the strategies, uh, like business strategies, autonomously flying crafts, and all this. And last but not least, this is the very popped up trend in this 2021, which is sentimental analysis, and this is done through natural language. It is an application of natural language processing. So sentimental analysis like never before, it has ensured the uh, this technique has ensured to best understand and analyze the intentions of customers and their requirements better. Let's look into an example. So consider yourself that you have went to a movie with your friends. So after watching all a movie for 2.5 hours, we are giving a feedback such as the movie was great, and the second person has give the following feedback such as the movie was awesome, and the third other person has gave this following feedback saying that the movie was too dull and boring. So now what the sentimental analysis will do is it does the analysis of the feedback and finally give the review of the certain thing we need to. So it classifies the sentences such as positive statements, negative statements, and give the probability of those positivity or negativity. So in the first sentence, it would only require the two keywords such as great and the movie. First, the object is movie and the sentiment was great. So it would only consider those two words and eliminate all this was, the, and the symbols and all, etc. And so does in the second sentence and also in the third sentence. So for the second sentence, the thing great is positive kind of feedback, so it is given the positive feedback, so it is given a positive sentiment. And then when it comes to the keyword awesome, it is a very positive feedback, so this statement is considered to be positive. And when it comes to third, it is a negative statement, as it includes the words such as dull and boring. This sentence is considered as to be negative. And human intelligence cannot actually determine how the collect all the feedback and give the proper review of this movie, but the artificial intelligence can do this thing. So let's move into a feedback. When we code all this into the Python programming, we get outputs easily. So this is all about the predictions of the movie. So the first review was it is an amazing movie, and here you can see the predicted sentiment, sorry. The predicted sentiment is positive, and the probability of the positivity is 0.61. And then moving into the second sentence, the person stated that this is a dull movie. I would never recommend it to anyone. This is an absolutely negative statement, and the probability of negativity was 0.77. So when it comes to probability, it is given upon the programming. This is done by the program. And moving into the third sentence, the cinematography is pretty great in this movie. It is a positive statement, and the probability was of 0.67. And so with the fourth statement. So as every evolving technology has its advantages and disadvantages, It is also same with artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is probably increasing in every field such as medicine and healthcare and robotics and in virtual assistants and business field, business strategies, planning business strategies. So it has simplified our day-to-day life too. A knowledge-based expert system has given the ability for computers to recognize the symptoms and diseases, and which has improved the great accuracy of diagnostics. And then object recognition. Object recognition was a great help to doctors in the healthcare field. So another important application was with image processing and X-ray machines. And then next would be like robots and health of you. And this was all possible with the legal questions that has given the power for a machine to control the influence of health of a human. So as the advantages flew off, we will now cover disadvantages. So disadvantages of AI is a self-modifying and self-replicating technology. So it is dangerous. So it can lead to some dangerous circumstances all at the final, and which can lead to unexpected results such as new and frequently mutating computer virus. So future plus points. This is based on a survey that few surveys have stated the not stated actually predicted the future of AI. The plus points of future AI is, so let us imagine ourselves sitting in a little room, a little cozy room, comfortably, and robots doing all our day-to-day work so efficiently. The day is not so far. AI is going to do all this, and the robots will be helping and will be the best companion for ourselves. But this future of AI is also considered that it is also considered to have some negative points. We are not tended to be so happy with this AI when every technology, when it is overused, it would lead to some kind of disadvantages. It may also end in other way, such as imagining ourselves that when we knock the door someday, all the robots would come into our rooms and looting all of the furniture. So this is because ever since we there is an advantage in technology, it also had some kind of anti-social elements, and this is true for the robots too. So robots are an application based upon artificial intelligence. This can there is a probability that this can happen, but it is of very less kind. So we the developers need to think thrice when we give the power and ability of cognition to those artificial machines. And finally, I would like to conclude this PPT saying that in this short existence, so AI has increased our ability to understand the nature of intelligence and provided us a very wide range of applications, wide range of and simplified our life in wide range of areas. It has sharpened the ability of human intelligence and the thinking capacity of our. At the same time, it also revealed that any technology is overused to some kind of dangerous acts. Finally, thank you for listening to all this my presentation. And any kind of feedback, suggestions is heartily accepted. Thank you.
Guys, you can ask your queries to Bhavna. She can answer it now.
I think the great way of learning is through sharing. So if you have any ideas about AI, artificial intelligence with your current, with your own, and if you have done some projects of your own, you can all share them.
Guys, nobody has queries?
At least any feedback from the basics of artificial intelligence.
Guys, I recommend you have making projects in AI, ML, and other fields because project will give you a good backbone to your resume. And with project, you will learn now itself. You guys are at an early stage, and it would be very better if you start now. Because after coming to third year, you guys won't be having any time. No time means you can't do anything, and you will be having less advantage over others. So I recommend you guys using various tools you can make projects. And always feel free to reach out to us on our Instagram handle, LinkedIn, anywhere. You can reach us personally also. We don't have any issue. We will always try to help you. Don't feel shy in any way. Guys, we'll soon be starting about the Intel tool showcase in a few minutes. Yes.
Yeah, can you please come again?
Guys, anybody has any query on AI?
Queries on AI or about this club? Or any suggestions from your side? Do I have anyone wishing to share their knowledge upon AI and about the trends of AI?
Yes, guys, anybody can speak.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I'll just share my screen. Just a second. Now they are joining slowly, slowly. Yeah. Is my screen visible, guys? Hello?
Yes, it is visible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So today we'll be talking about ML, machine learning. How many of you know what is machine learning? Does you know what is machine learning? Anyone? Hello? Hello? Anyone? We'll just start, okay? So, machine learning, just a second. Yeah, okay. So, what is machine learning? Machine learning is not a magic kind of thing. It's just, it uses mathematics to just automate the things how the rules have been made in real life. Okay. So, the first definition was given by Herbert Simon, and the definition was uh, the definition is learning. The learning is nothing but interacting with the environment. Herbert Simon stated this statement, and he thought that machine could learn by the things and by things we do by showing some photos and various techniques. Next, machine learning can be used in many fields, like it can be data set, it can be feature selection, it can be also testing something or doing any work, doing our daily life work. Let machine do our daily life work, like setting an alarm and all, and self-driving car nowadays. That's all the features. Sorry. And these are the tools and these are the applications where machine learning can be used, like for image processing, and for the security, for multimedia security, for NLP, for speech recognition, and there's a lot of things. And it can be used in our daily lives also. You have been noticed that in Instagram or any YouTube or social media, if you're seeing a video and then the next video that pops up is very similar to the previous video you have seen, so that's a kind of machine learning thing. And this is how the machine learns, like the internal working. This is the real world. And the measuring devices, the internal measuring devices, the sensors in the databases see the scenarios, what is going on, and then they learn by this. They pre-processes the activities. After the pre-processing, they just features and separate the data. They cluster the data in a way that they will be taking an intelligent idea what to do, and then they learn the model, and then they test and recheck all these things, and then it gives an or excellent output. To learn machine learning or to implement machine learning in our real life, we have very popular tools like we have Scala, we have Python. In Python, we have many packages like sklearn, and we have TensorFlow. We have a lot of things, and this is the most popular thing nowadays. Python is most popular for machine learning now, and Julia is also best for ML. Julia is I have seen Julia and I have worked with Julia. It's best for the machine learning. R, you can say somewhat okay. You can do machine learning with R, but the output given by Python and Julia, this both doesn't give that. This is best. Python and Julia is best for ML nowadays. Okay, these are the various algorithms. There are various algorithms used, and I have made them just a second. Yeah. We have K-means algorithm, neural network algorithm, and entropy. The various algorithms used in machine learning, you know, to improve the efficiency of the work done by the machine. The machine, just can't think. It just can't think, and it just can't show the way how people think. So this machine can't do that, but this machine can do such things that the human can't do. Like if you write a program or if you write a code to just print the numbers 1 to 10, or print tables of 1 to 10, and it will give you in just 1 second. But a human can't do that in 1 second. The machine learning can. So the conclusion, just this was just about machine learning. And if you people want anything about machine learning, like a roadmap how to learn machine learning, what are the various more algorithms and all, I'll share that in a in future. I'll share all about that. And if you guys know, if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Feel free to ask. Okay. Just a second. Hello, am I audible? Okay. Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, do you have any questions? Yeah, Karthik, do you have any questions about machine learning? Like what I have told you? I've just told you in a nutshell, okay? बहुत कम बोला है मैंने. No, bro, I had some idea. Okay. You can
Yeah,
unmute, Karthik, you can unmute.
I have a one question.
Yeah, yeah.
What all projects you did on machine learning? Can you name
Okay.
them and
Yeah,
what you
yeah, yeah,
use?
I can. I used machine learning in data science. Are you familiar with data scientists? Data analysis, data validation and all?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, I have done the project on my data analysis with that is Elite Techno Groups just 2 months ago, and actually I have not the permission to show you the project, but yeah, I'll show you in future. We'll see a lot of things. I have done to data analysis. I used machine learning. I used Python ka that pandas model and all to frame the data frame and all to set the data to analyze the data. Uh, Pre-processing and applying algos using programming. Uh, I didn't got you. Karthik, can you please unmute? I mean data scientist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a data scientist. The Elite Techno Groups, I have worked under that company 2 months, and I worked on 3 projects to do data analysis. I analyzed and visualized data, and it provided me 80% of the output. Yeah, it was fine. I too had done 2 projects in first year. Oh, cool. Uh, do you work for company or personal? Personal, I guess. Paid intern. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Nice, nice. So, did you use ML there? Like, no, no. Did you use ML there to train the data, to train, test? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very fine. Very good, good, good. K-means clustering. Very nice. So you all know what is K-means clustering, huh? Regression. Oh, cool. Nice, nice. I got good people. SVM. Very nice. Fine, fine. So, Sulakshana, I guess I have answered you. Hello. Hello. Yeah. Fine, fine. Any more questions, guys? Vignesh is not talking. Pranay is not talking. They are just listening. This is not a class, guys.
And one more thing, we do
Yeah.
have supervised and unsupervised learning.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that machine learning only.
I
Can
just
you
forgot. I
explain
just forgot. Thanks, thanks.
differences
You
between them?
remembered me. Yeah. You have 3 types of techniques to make machine learn, and those are supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning is nothing but you have the labeled data over you, and you give the data to machine, and that the machine will learn on itself. You will see the data, like you have the data, like for example, if you are training a machine for a driverless car, okay, automatic car, so you'll give him a data like if the truck is all right, I did like this. So you'll give all the pictures and all the labeled data, and you'll tell the machine that this, if this is happens, then this to do. If this is happens, this to do. So this is what supervised learning. You make a machine to learn, and then the next is unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, you don't have any data, you don't have any labeled data. You just give the raw data to system, and you like acquire that. You should get the insights from the machine. Gives the insights from that so unsupervised data, unlabeled data. So this is was unsupervised learning, and if we come to reinforcement learning, the reinforcement learning is nothing but you will have 2 things: just the environment and the agent. The agent does some stuff in the environment, and according to the consequences, the machine learns on itself, and it repeats and repeats. The agent repeats and repeats things, the stuff it does in the environment, and the machine will be told that for this stuff the agent done, he has punished or he has been rewarded for this. So by doing again and again, by repeating this procedure, the machine gets perfect, so that next time the machine does, when the machine does this kind of stuff, then it intelligently thinks that this should be done and this should not be done. So that was the reinforcement learning. And unsupervised learning, we can give an example of our Snapchat filters. Our Snapchat filters also used machine learning. So the Snapchat filters, like they put the filters on various faces. They see unsupervised. This is called unsupervised learning. The data is not labeled. They just throw filters on the face and sees that it is working or not, it is fading or not. Then again, when it sees a new face, then it should be correct and it should be accurate, so that it fits the filters fit the face of the user. So these are the 3 techniques majorly used to train the machine. You got okay. Repeat searches on Google is also one of the unsupervised. Repeat searches. No, I think that's supervised learning, Karthik. Because supervised learning is nothing but you give the data, labeled data. In unsupervised learning, you don't give the labeled data. No? If you are searching for a particular thing on a Google, then how will machine know that this thing is that? You'll give some labeled data, then the machine will think, no, this is that. So if you search for anything, then the machine will know. In short, can you give me the outcome of this program that we are holding? I mean, what contents we are going to learn from this? We'll do various projects and various events. We'll do various projects on machine learning. We cluster the data and the related content would come out. Hmm, clustering the data. Okay, it might somehow. Okay, somehow it might work. But I think Google search is unsupervised learning for a machine. Yeah, yeah. So Lakshana, you got that? I actually forgot to tell you about that. Sorry. Okay. Now let's talk about. Anyone know the difference between AI and ML? Yes, Karthik, Sulakshana, Vignesh, Pranay, anything. The main difference between AI and ML.
I think AI is a vast part and ML is a like sub part in it in AI.
Yeah, yeah, somewhat okay. Yeah, perfect, correct. The AI is nothing but training the machine in such a way that it can mimic the human. Okay, this is the AI, and machine learning is just a sub part on the subset. You can tell a subset of AI. Sorry, it's just a subset of AI. Good, good. And let's see more what we have. Let's talk. Can you please share your experience, Karthik? You told you have done two projects, no? Just share your experience. Do we have any contests from this club? Not contests. I'll talk about contests. If you guys want, then we'll talk about contests. But there's just a small amount of there's just a small count of members, so we can't do contests in just 10 members, right? I don't know why other people didn't join today, but if they would join, that would be great.
Guys, we will have some contest soon. Not exactly now, but in the near future, we'll surely have some contest, and you guys would be
Yeah,
invited at the first because you have joined our event. So we will give you priority in this contest. Thank
yeah,
you.
that's true. That's true. Thanks, Gaurav. So anything, Karthik? Come on, yeah.
Bro, what will be the main mode of this club?
Main motto of this club or machine learning?
Yes.
You're talking about machine learning or IoT club?
Machine learning.
Machine learning, yeah. The people who don't know machine learning, they'll get to know about the machine learning, and for the people who know the machine learning, we'll do various projects, and you'll get a lot of knowledge and you'll get a grip on the machine learning, so that you can. It helps in your future. Sorry, it helps in your future. You can also add this up in your resume in your third years, fourth years. Okay, Vignesh.
Okay, bro.
Do you know about machine learning, or this is the first time you're learning? You're hearing.
Not so perfectly, but something.
Okay, I started to learn from scratch. Okay, learn the basics. Develop small projects after learning the basics. Yeah, from which year you started this machine learning course? Sorry, machine learning course, Lakshana, I started in my first year itself. Yeah, when I joined CMR, And I thought I should do something vast because in CMR, I thought I should do something vast, and I learned machine learning from there. I did small projects, and then I did 2 3 internships in machine learning, data scientist, and clustering. Mainly deciding what algorithm is required to the model, which gives more accuracy, should be selected. Yeah, good, Karthik, good. Karthik has a lot of experience in machine learning, I guess, now. Yes, Karthik? Okay, any more doubts, guys? And minimization of cost should be in great aspect so that you become a good developer in machine learning. Correct. Correct, correct. Nice, Karthik, nice. Any more doubts, guys? Pranay is not talking, yeah. He's feeling shy or what? Just a second. Okay. So yeah, any more doubts, guys? Vignesh, Karthik, Sulakshana, do you have any doubts? Gaurav, did they complete it? Have they completed? Gaurav, you there?
Yeah.
I guess that's the answer.
Yeah, they completed, huh? You
Question for
just
you.
message me.
Only AI is
Since we are
continuing.
starting
If
this
they
club,
want to join, they can
we'll be
join that
having
side. No issues.
technical sessions
Okay,
like
okay.
throughout the future.
So guys,
We'll not be
what you tell? Should we join AI or
will not be
do you have
speaking.
anything to talk about ML
Mostly
still?
will not be speaking. We'll be having some industry expert who will be visiting the college.
So this
in
is
the
all
near
about the
future.
prediction.
Algorithm, bro, what extensions can we do after learning this algorithm program onto it so that we can improve more in ML? Okay, what extensions can we do, Karthik? Like if you have basic knowledge and if you have done 2 3 more projects in that, so like we can do some more projects and gain experience. We can do that stuff. And programming, I just didn't got your question. Can you please speak out? What extensions can we do after learning this algo programming so that we can improve more in ML? We can just train real life models. Karthik, have you done yet?
Bro, how did you get internship? I mean, college has given you or on your own you searched it on internet
No, no,
like that.
bro. College will not give you internships about ML and AI. Still, I don't know if your second years have it or not. But for third years, there was no ML, no AI, nothing. The CSM and all CSD that have started from the second years only. So I have searched it on internet. I have searched a lot and various platforms like Instagram and all. Then I have seen that yeah, so there was some group, there was some company telling that they want some ML interns to work with them, to work with the small projects. So I just got in there and just got selected. You should know if you want to do internships and like all, and you should have a basic knowledge. Like I have got an experience. Like if you want to go in an internship in future or else, so you should have a basic knowledge. Not only basic knowledge, you should have intermediate knowledge so that the people who are taking who are asking the questions for their internships, so they ask the questions at intermediate level. I have been experienced that in this company, the Elite Techno Groups. You can search that. It was like they have asked directly intermediate questions, not the basic questions about ML. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Uh, Hard disk detection uses logistic regression. Yeah, okay. Clustering of government schools by K-means clustering. SVM had an idea but not worked on it. Yeah, this clustering on government schools I have also done, Karthik. Same pinch. I have done this. And about hard disk detection, I have thought about it, but there were some consequences, so I didn't do that. SVM I have done. I have done a lot of projects on SVM. SVM is, very very nice. SVM is very nice. You can work on it. It's very nice. Yeah, yeah, fine. We'll work together. It will be nice to work. Yeah. Any more doubts, guys? Come on, speak out. It's not a class, yeah. It's just an interactive session. Yeah, yeah, fine, Karthik, fine. Yeah. You both are from same class, Vignesh and Karthik. I guess your roll numbers match. 6BO. Okay. You are from which section? Can you all please introduce yourself, please? Please, please. Open your mic, please. Not texting, not texting. Please open your mic. Come on, come on.
Hi, bro. I am from
Yeah.
CSMB,
Okay.
uh, from Jagityal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just tell me about yourself.
Nothing much.
Yeah. Just what do you like, your dislikes, what do you like to do, and all.
I have applied some internship, but I didn't get receive any mails further.
Okay. Which internships?
Some AI internship, deep learning something.
Oh, you directly applied for deep learning, huh?
Yes.
Okay. You have the knowledge, like network learning, neural networks.
I had an ethical hacking course,
Okay.
NPTEL
Ethical
course.
hacking is different from AI and ML, na?
Yes, yes.
Ethical hacking, what you have learned in ethical hacking?
Networks, connections,
Yeah.
uh,
You have learned IP
IP
addresses and
address.
all?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, fine. Okay, what about you, Karthik? You're not audible. You're not audible, Karthik. Just rejoin the session. If you're unable to open the mic, just rejoin the session. Yeah. Till then, Sulaksha, are you there?
Hello, bro. Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell Karthik. Tell.
Bro, I'm from CSMA,
Okay.
and in the first year I have done these two projects, and in
Okay.
the second year I tried to learn deep learning uh,
Mm-hmm.
using Pantex solutions. I think it's free, of course. In Instagram, I have seen that,
Okay.
so I applied, but it's in YouTube, and we don't have any interaction, that much interaction. So I skipped
Mm-hmm.
it.
Okay. In
So
YouTube, like you'll just get lessons. If the session is interactive about ML, then only you'll get a proper knowledge about it.
yeah, bro, that's they have kept that into YouTube, but not any
Yeah, yeah.
other website. Yeah, so I
Okay.
skipped that for after listening for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm interested in sports, but not in studies.
Oh, fine.
And to be frank, I don't like any circuits or everything, so that I didn't join any triple E or EC. So I
Okay.
came to CS.
Fine, fine, fine. This is a
And
genuine computer science student that I get here.
even if you keep a circuit in front of me, I don't know how to give connections also.
Okay, I think you guys will have a BW subject, I guess. Your
I guess
first year
so.
or second year, you had, huh?
Yeah, we had in the
Yeah,
first.
Okay, okay.
By great difficulty, we had passed them. But one
Fine,
more,
fine.
AD is there in this
Yeah.
SEM. We have to pass that.
Yeah. Analog and digital electronics. Yeah.
We have to see that.
Okay.
Yes, bro. That's all.
Okay, just work on it. Yeah, fine. Thank you. Pranay, you there? Pranay is not
Hi,
talking
bro.
here from starting
Hi, bro.
only. Yeah, bro, you're shy or what?
No, no, bro. For the first time,
Uh,
I'm learning about machine learning. That's why I told my colleague.
okay, okay. So, did you got about machine learning?
Yes, I got some idea about it. Now, up to now.
Okay. Okay, if you have any doubts and if you want anything about machine learning, you can contact me, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just tell me about yourself.
I'm from ITB. Uh,
Okay.
I like sports, but not that much study.
Okay.
I joined IT because I want to learn about app development and machine learning.
Mm-hmm. You're interested in app development.
Yes, bro.
Have you worked on it still?
Still, I did not work, but I have seen some videos. Internships I did not did. Now
Mm-hmm.
I joined an internship of machine learning, but that's not
Mm.
doing these basics. I need with basics of this machine learning.
Yeah, yeah. From this, Intel IoT Club, you'll learn a lot of things. Yeah,
Okay.
trust me. Yeah. So, Lakshana.
Yes, and I'm there. Hello, this is
Yeah.
Lakshna from CSC department, B section.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Jangam, but when I come to college, I do live in college hostel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Coming to me about me, like I like coding,
Okay.
and now I'm working on having grip on C, C++, Java, and recently I'm also learning HTML.
Okay.
Like I did the thing like creating a resume using HTML.
Creating a
Resume.
okay resume using HTML.
Yes,
Cool, cool.
yes. And
Okay.
apart from academics, I also have an interest in singing, dancing, as well as cooking.
Oh, we have an answer here. I'll remember that.
Yes. Mm.
Okay. So, okay, guys. Yeah, it's nice to meet you all here. Especially Karthik. I have
Hopefully
got
meet
a
you.
nice partner.
Thank you, bro.
Hopefully meet you in physical also
Yeah, guys,
when
you were
college.
very interactive. Now you guys can join the main link and we will continue there.
Yeah.
I have posted
Uh,
the link. You can join this.
all of them completed, huh?
Yeah, yeah, all of them completed.
Yeah, done. See you guys there.
So good morning, everyone. Could you please turn on your cameras? We are recording this session, and it needs to be submitted. So humble request to all the participants to please. Good morning, Srinath.
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Could you request your classmates and colleagues to please, open the cameras? It's essential. Srinath, could you inform your classmates to join those who are interested in IoT?
Sure, bro. Just a moment.
Just keep a message. That would
Yeah,
be.
sure.
Thank you. Hey, gentlemen, we're going to start the session. Okay, I'll split somewhere over here. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Let's do this. So good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Deepak. We'll be starting the session on Introduction to Internet of Things. Uh, so a brief introduction about myself. I am A. Arun Deepak or Aknuri Arun Deepak. I am the head of Internet of Things division at Intel CMRTC. I also intern as a cloud intern at F13 Technologies. I hold a couple of industry level certifications. One being the AWS Cloud Practitioner, a business professional, and an IBM blockchain certification. I developed a couple of projects on IBM blockchain, like developing a smart contract and proof of concept, and have 2 years of experience on the cloud technologies through internships. So the agenda for this session is we'll start a discussion on what is Internet of Things. Why do we need to study Internet of Things? What is the history of Internet of Things? We'll study in a little bit. We'll just brush upon what is the architecture of the Internet of Things. As you know, in Internet of Things, we have two different computers. There's single board computers, that is Arduino and Raspberry Pi. We look at common IoT devices applications, including AWS Cloud based IoT applications, and we look at corporate IoT. So let's start with introduction to IoT. So basically, Internet of Things is a rapid, advancing technology that revolutionizes the way the devices can be empowered. So it's a system where computing devices, control systems, both electrical, mechanical, and other devices can communicate each, with each other through any network. So these devices, when you're accessing through a particular network, through a particular cloud, they are termed as things. So you can term that network as Internet of Things. So why there's a need of IoT? So as of now, in the world, in today's world, where we have lots of technologies coming up, we have, let's say, you have blockchain, you have cloud computing, you have edge computing, you have fuzzy logics, and etc. and so on and so forth. We have at least 2.5 quintillion bytes of data which is generated each day. That's a huge amount of data that needs to be managed, stored somewhere, analyzed, and all this stuff. Among this, the primary source of data is SCADA systems, devices, and sensors that are placed throughout the globe. They are peppered throughout the globe. So, with the advent of cloud based computing or cloud computing, it also gave rise to connected devices or smart devices, which we call as IoT. As it's physically impossible to go to each and every sensor location and collect the data physically or manually by plugging the wires into it. You need to be you need to be business proficient according to the needs. You cannot wait a year or so to get your data, and by the time your customers would be shifting to your competitors. So that you need to remove that. You need to have a technology known as IoT. Uh, Further on, this is the history of the Internet of Things. It's not a technology that came out that did not just pop out of thin air. It's something that has been evolved from the 1830s. So in the 1830s, we have the invention of the telegraph, which was one of the most first IoT device. It's actually not an IoT device. It's a device that can be used to communicate. It's a data communication device, which is basically a telegraph. During the second half of the 19th century, that is around the World War time, you have the first M2M applications, that is the mobile to mobile applications. During the 1920s, you have Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest scientists, physicists of all time, who predicted the smart devices that we use today. In 1980s, we have the vending machine as a very first smart device. These vending machines were originally placed at the intersections where people would be crossing the road and they'll be tempted to use the vending machine, thereby generating some revenue. During the 1990, scientist who goes by the name John Romkei makes the first toast, to toast bread via the internet. So what he did was he actually wired the toast maker to a particular telephone, which was accessible through a particular set of commands. So these set of commands, when they're when they're given input to a mobile phone, a Motorola mobile phone or a SteelAct mobile phone, these commands were programmed to make sure that the toaster would work in a specific way. Coming to 1999, just before the Y2K crisis has started, we have the Kevin Ashton who proposed the World Wide Web. Then, coming to a little further into our times, that is 2008, when you compare the number of devices to the world population, it's not even that's not even a comparable. That's not something that you can compare. It's because there are a number of IoT devices which exceeded the world's population. Very recently, 2 years back, the estimate has reached 30.3 billion. So this is how Internet of Things has evolved over the time from 1830s to 2020. So we have the four-stage IoT architecture, which serves as a reference diagram on how IoT devices are constructed, structured, and layered, and how they actually work. So in the very base level, we have the sensing layer. That is, in sensing layer, we have the physical objects, sensors, actuators, thermal sensors, and whatever we have. So in the sensing layer, we are supposed to do the data gathering phase. So during data gathering, sensors can collect by information related to the environment they're present in. Next, we have the network layer. In the network layer, the devices, the tools, or the technologies that we have is internet gateways, network gateways, and all of the network topologies, and so on and so forth. So this is known as the data acquisition system, where you need to transmit the data. The third layer is the data processing layer. So whatever you have the cloud-based applications, all the cloud connectivity is provided in the data processing layer. That is in the processing unit. You can have the data analytics and the decision units. So in this layer, the primary task is to process the information. And finally, coming to the fourth and the final layer, is the application layer. You cannot give the direct access of the cloud to the customer itself. So you create an application and you manage the application by giving cloud as a backend, and you present it in the application layer. So this is an example of how it works on a environmental based ecosystem. Stage 1, we have the wired and wireless sensors and actuators. We have a couple of devices over here. We have a camera, we have a sensor, we have a thermal rods and everything. Stage 2, we have internet gateways and DAS, or I would like to call it as SCADA, supervisory control and data acquisition. So in this layer, we have a couple of devices, like we have a switch and a router, a gateway, a PC board and I have a modem to transmit the data from sensors to the internet. If you look back, this particular thin line is the edge, which separates the hardware from the software. So stage 3 and stage 4 are purely based on software, where stage 3 is edge IT, that is edge computing through cloud. You have edge systems that process the information, that take in information, and work on the information and produce the data. And in stage 4, you send it to cloud to produce further analytics, derive something out of it, and provide the data to the customers. Finally, next we look at the devices for Internet of Things. So in today's market, we have so many IoT computers for our projects and for research. We have Arduino, have Raspberry Pi, Tinkerboard, Clockwork Pi, Pocket Beagle, etc., and so on and so forth. But the most famous ones, you can say they dominate the entire market are Arduino and Raspberry Pi. So let's see the difference. This is a very I'm going to give a very vague difference. So Arduino is the Atmega. It comes from Atmega family, whereas Raspberry Pi comes from the ARM family. So Atmega and ARMs are two different processors and controller. ARM is a microprocessor system, where Atmega is a microcontroller system. So the basic difference between a microprocessor and a microcontroller. So if you're talking about a microprocessor, it will actually process the information, the one that you see in your computers. A microcontroller, on the other hand, will actually is used in the control systems for electrical and mechanical devices. So in Arduino, you can use in controlling electrical components that connect to a system's circuit board. But if you go for a Raspberry Pi board, it works as a computer. It works as a computer on itself because it's a microprocessor, and you compute the data by providing the valuable input and you generate the output. Comparatively, if you're new to Internet of Things and you want to get started by hands-on projects, you can start going for Arduino because the software is very simple and there is no much of a rocket science that is involved in terms of hardware. But whereas if you're talking about Raspberry Pi, it's a comparatively complex software and hardware architecture. As you can see, the Arduino is just an 8-bit architecture, 8-bit Atmega family architecture, whereas Raspberry Pi is 64-bit ARM microprocessor architecture. And if you compare the data that you can store, Arduino has about 2 kilobytes, a very small RAM usage. But we can compare to Raspberry Pi, you need more than 1 gigabyte. If you look at the processing speed, you have a difference. Arduino is a little bit slower at 16 megahertz as compared to Raspberry Pi with 1.4 gigahertz of processing speed. Arduino is a little bit cheap. It's higher cost efficiency because it's comparatively cheaper. It's more Raspberry Pi is more expensive, and based on the processing speed, you can have the I/O drive strength. We'll study about the IoT devices and applications. First one is transport and logistics. You can have the fleet management, goods tracking. I'm sure many of you would be using Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, and all other e-commerce platforms. So all the data that can actually track your delivery is done through IoT devices. Utilities, smart metering, smart grid management. Smart cities, you can have parking sensors that are available throughout the city, waste management, garbage disposal assistance. For a smart building, you can have smoke detector, home automation, voice enabled. You can have sensor movement enabled devices that are placed strategically throughout the building. They have consumers. You can have wearables. You can have a Fitbit. You can have uh, you can have the Apple Watch. You can actually measure ECG live. Industrial, you can have process monitoring, control, and etc. And our everyone's else favorite, you have environment and agriculture. You can track whatever you want from the environment. Uh, a brief description about AWS IoT. So those are the devices that are available under the AWS cloud cluster of IoT. AWS IoT is for analytics. AWS IoT is core. AWS IoT, a free RTOS, real-time operating system. Sitewise is a device tool which is used to connect the devices to the cloud. Greengrass is a development environment. ThinksGraph is a data analytics tool. Device Defender is a security device for all of your IoT based hardware. And Events is a management tool. So these are the companies that are present in terms of IoT. You have IBM, who's doing leaps and bounds in terms of IoT. They're integrating Internet of Things with quantum computing. You have Google, one of the largest tech operations of the FANG industry. You have Intel, the club itself, which is working leaps and bounds on Intel-based SCADA systems, that is the supervisory control and data acquisition. You have Microsoft, and finally, for data communication through IoT, you have everyone's favorite, the Cisco. But if you look at the ranking of the IoT companies, at the first position we have Intel, which is dominating 72% of the market share as of now. 72% of the world's IoT devices that are present are manufactured by Intel. It's a semiconductor company. The software is provided by Microsoft. It's in the second place at 69%. The hardware is given by Cisco. Google, it has dropped down because of a couple of paradigm shifts. You have IBM in the fifth place, Samsung, and then you have Apple. So that's it for this session, guys. If you have any doubts and queries, you're free to share your queries now. You can just drop your queries in the chat box. I can read them and probably answer to you guys. Gaurav, you there?
Yeah. Let's have interaction with them. These guys.
Okay. Guys, could you just switch on your cameras, please? We are recording this session and we are not supposed to keep our cameras closed.
If you have any questions, please ask.
So, guys, a quick question for you guys. Okay, we have a query from Srinath. What are the eligibilities needed to join this club? So, there's no specific eligibility that need to be the only thing. The only eligibility is you need to be a student of CMR, and there's no greater there's no particular eligibility or a hard and fast rule that will restrict you from joining this club. You're free to join the club. You can share your ideas, you can share your thoughts. Being the IoT head, I have a couple of projects at a hand which we can discuss with a faculty member and actually do the project, which will be beneficial on both sides. So I guess that's the answer. Guys, I have a quick question for you guys. So since we are starting this club, we'll be having a couple of technical sessions like this more in the future, but we'll not be, we will not be speaking. The core team will not be speaking. We'll be having some industry expert who will be visiting the college in the near future. They will be joining. They'll be attending the session, and they'll be sharing you their perspective of the industry or the technology. So, any more question, guys? Yeah, we can
If you
drop the
have
question.
Guys, I recommend you guys may start at beginning stage and make projects because it would be very much helpful. Because anybody who joins asks for the various projects, and having a project give you a strong backbone on your resume that it won't be any problem in the future. So please invest little time and have projects.
So, in case you guys are having any doubts related to projects, you can look up on the internet, or you can, write a mail to me. So, I'm dropping my mail ID over here, or you can just ping me on my mobile. So, this is my mail ID, and you have a mobile number. So if you guys are having any queries about the projects that you're willing to do on IoT, or have any queries on how to proceed with IoT, you're most welcome to drop your queries to my mail, or if you're comfortable, you can send a WhatsApp message. I need to follow a specific guideline of sending the message. You cannot just randomly put a message on my WhatsApp stating that I need this help. The format is introduce yourself and give a brief description of what do you want to speak. So the same format should be followed for every person of the core team. If you even if you want to communicate with uh, the club president, that is Gaurav, you need to follow a specific order. That is, you need to introduce yourself, the class and the section, and a brief description of the query. You cannot, and then you explain once the receiver or myself or Gaurav or whoever is in place receives the message, then you're supposed to explain your query. So, Gaurav, I think we pretty much finished on this page now.
Yeah,
We
AI
now
session is
cover
going on. It
disadvantages.
will complete soon.
So disadvantages of
If
AI
anybody
is
has any
AI
doubt, you
is a
can ask.
self-modifying
We are
and
always there to
self-replicating
help you guys.
technology.
Please don't feel
So it
shy.
is dangerous.
If you feel shy,
So
we
it
can't
can
do
lead to
anything.
some dangerous circumstances.
That's an apt point. I mean, if you guys are feeling, even we as students, we are often feel shy at some other point of time. Even we as third years have evolved from your second year phase. So I request you guys not to feel shy. If you are feeling little bit out of the place, you can write to us. You can WhatsApp us, as I mentioned before. You have any doubts and queries, you can feel free to open up at any point of time. It's not restricted to a particular person or individual. So that's it, guys. If you guys have any more queries, you can just drop it down. Or I think, Gaurav, we can end this session.
Yeah, if they
The
want,
day
they
is
can
not
shift to
so
the AI
far.
session
AI is
back.
going to do all this.
It is
And
still going on,
robotics
by the
will
way.
be helping and will
Okay, I'll just drop the AI link in the chat box. If they're interested, they can join. So this is the AI class link. Those who are interested in listening to an AI version, you are free to go there. Gaurav, I just posted the link. Is that okay? Or
Okay,
it
no
may
issues.
also
They can
end in
listen.
other ways. Such
okay then? So those who are still there, do have guys any doubts? Deepthi, Rangaswati, and Hariharan.
Yeah, hi, this is
Hi,
Hariharan.
hello.
So I would like to know like what are the different projects that can be done in the specific. Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, that's okay. I accept. Okay, so various projects that you can do is I've given a description of what is an Arduino and what is a Raspberry Pi. So a project, you need to start with an Arduino because it's a microcontroller and it's a relatively simpler one to study and implement the project. Or you can have a blind stick, automation of a blind stick. You can create a small robot, or there are a couple of projects which are mentioned in the Arduino website. Let me give you an overview. Just share the screen. Yeah. So this is the website that you have over here. Arduino Project Hub. Create.arduino.cc, where .cc is a project file. So you can have various projects that are given here. Pick any project. You can study about it. Have any doubts, you can query us. And for beginners, I would like to give this one. Uh, you can start with a LEDs to a cross stitch picture. So you can have the component supplies. You can have an Arduino lily pad. a shearable conductive thread, spark fun lily pads, and a discharge key. These devices are available online. You can purchase them at a subsidized rates using offers and coupons, or you can have a Christmas carol, that is a wish you have a Merry Christmas song, using IoT devices, using Arduino boards. Or if you're looking for more productive one, you can have a nighttime clock for you. Create a nighttime clock, and if it interests you on the gaming side, you can have an RC controller as well. So these are the huge. They are so these are the projects. I guess these are the projects that you can study and work on that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good day. Guys, if you are free with all the doubts, you can move to AI session. It's free. Hariharan,
Yeah, yeah.
you can
Okay.
transfer to the AI class.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Have a good day. Or I guess we are done here. I'm closing the link.
So without doing delay, I will start the Intel tool showcase. Just a minute.
Gotham, you can just try exiting and rejoining.
Guys, my screen is visible.
Yeah, yes, Gaurav, yes, it's visible.
So let me begin with the Intel Toolkit showcase. So today the tool we are going to see is the OpenVINO Toolkit. So it is a flagship tool created by Intel in-house. So as we all know that AI is changing various industries. Every industry we have something related to AI. That is, it might be emergency response, energy, education, cities, finances, health, industrial, media, retail, smart homes, telecom, smart cities. All this AI, ML, and IoT are linked together. So, because because of rapid growth in these industries, we need something to be optimized, right? So that we get faster results. So why we need deep learning? It has a capability to reach 51.9 billion by 2025. So deep with help of the AI inference and deep learning, we create a $52 billion industry by 2025, and it is very crucial in our life. So why deep learning? Machines will be able to get a higher rate. For example, if you see a person far away, you can't identify it. But if a machine does the same, it can identify the person uh, as well as his emotions, etc. So this is what a machine can do rather than a human. If you listen to a song, you can't guess it. But if a machines does that the same job, it can be done in a very easier way. So few companies using this are deep side. What happens is they make rubbers, tires. So whenever a tire is not suitable for production or that can't be outputted, a machine detects it before a human does. So it helps them scale their operations and make them efficient in doing this. Another is JLK inspection. For example, if somebody's brain is going through a MRI machine, they need to have a better understanding. And with the help of machines, it is done in a easier way. And environment life is also impacted by machines because we can't go to deep waters and know about it, everything, right? And ESA, that is the European Space Agency, and NASA, many space agencies use various technologies such that their machines are autonomous and they have a total control over them, wherein human contact can be disconnected at any point of time. So, what is how the development cycle of deep learning? First thing is import. We acquire the data and organize the data. Then we build, that is creation of models. Then, after building, we train the models to meet the performance and accuracy objectives. Then we deploy it with our application codes. So, for example, what is training do? We need to label each data. Then it goes into the machine. It inferences from the previous data, and we get the new. What is the output? So, for example, we have this data trained, labeled data. That is, this guy looks like a human. This is a bicycle. This is a strawberry. So with the help of this data, any newer cycle can be detected, human can be detected. But inferencing is different. There is no trained data, labeled data. On the spot itself, the machine has neural networks which find out what the thing is. For example, it is a cycle. It can find out with the help of neural networks. It goes in the training one, it goes back and again comes forward, but it goes only in forward. See, we can see how is the accuracy. Large neural network has higher accuracy, then small neural network has smaller, and traditional model that is having a trained data will be having lesser accuracy because every time the thing might change, or side view might be different from the front view. So, what are the consideration we need to have while building any model? We need to know what is the workload, means how much work are we going to take from that model. Then what is the case requirement and how would the demand be changing? How much time more we need to compute, etc. Few challenges are unique inference needs for every model. For example, uh, traffic needs a different model when compared to airlines. Every model is unique. No one size fits all. A model used to detect the weight of a aircraft might be different from what we use for cars, and we it is very difficult to integrate all the three things. So why are we going to use the OpenVINO toolkit? Whenever you build a model from using Cafe, MXNet, Keras, TensorFlow, Onyx, and PyTorch, you need to have an optimized solution because optimized solution would execute faster and have less use of resources and use resources efficiently. So OpenVINO toolkit optimizes your solution. It doesn't provide you a solution. It optimizes for your needs and what type of processor you are using. For example, an Intel Core i5 processor would perform better when used by OpenVINO toolkit because we already have optimizations for it preloaded. Then we can deploy it on any platform, that is the Windows, Linux, or Macintosh. So why do we need a OpenVINO toolkit? Industries. They help enable smart, safe, and efficient industrial applications. Excuse me. Health and life sciences. One second. Health and life sciences. That is medical field, retail field, safety and security. So this is how something is functioning with the help of an OpenVINO toolkit. Normally it is 2x, but when we use OpenVINO, it is 3x. So this is the journey. Build, optimize, and deploy. We can build models, or we can optimize, and we can deploy. So it acts as a model optimizer. This is the diagram, that is application, then inference engine, then plugins for our model. Then we have the various devices to be deployed. So I will be sharing the link for OpenVINO and you can download it. This tool is available for free and you can always use it. It is available 24/7 on your local machines. And if you can't use it at your local machine, we have another solution for it. Let us see what is the solution. Now we are going to talk about DevCloud. DevCloud is something like an online version of OpenVINO, wherein without having any usage of your resources, you can deploy it on Intel servers. So this is how it works. Intel users can prototype, benchmark, and run AI applications. You can reduce development and time and cost. Intel DevCloud for Edge will deploy your solution on websites, that is the Intel server. So how it works? First, we need to have an access to Intel DevCloud from Edge through any of the browser. Then we can develop and test application using GitHub and datasets stored in Intel DevCloud's cloud storage. We get a storage of around 250 GB. Then we can test the sample code to showcase benchmark capabilities to customers, and customers can also test their own application. Here the person one, that is ourselves, sends a request, that is HTTP request, on Jupyter notebooks. Then the Jupyter notebooks deployed on the servers can start inferencing and they send the whatever the request is there to the job queue. A job queue uses various things such as various CPUs, FGPU, FGA, GPUs, UPUs. Then we can get the output. So I will now be showing you how it works. If FPGA is a field programmable gate array. It is similar to what a CPU looks like, but it is different because it has an integrated circuit that can be configured by the customer or the designer after manufacturing. Hence, it is highly programmable by the user. It is a custom CPU, you can consider it as. Now, let me show you what DevCloud is and how you are going to use it. So here is the link to DevCloud account. Let us build it, let us register for it live and see how we can use it. Can you guys see the DevCloud console? Hello, can anybody respond?
The screen.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah.
It's visible.
Yeah.
So you guys can do what is, you guys can go to this website which I have shared in the chat box. Then you can click here enroll or sign up. As you guys are coming for the first time, you need to enroll. So on clicking enroll, it will be asking you basic details. So please take care of the username, because we would want your username to know about your status. So please have a good username, that is you can remember it while sharing with us. Then you can register. Next step, whatever it follows, you guys can go. As I am already registered to it, I would be logging in directly. And use college IDs for making the accounts, because our college track must be there, right? So only we will be using our college ID. So on signing in, you will have a screen like this. When home, there will be all the announcements about how and what you can do with it. So it is telling Jupyter Notebook is now integrated. This workbench is available and everything. Here you have four things. That is, you can learn from here directly, with the pre-trained and how it works. Everything is given here. Then you can build your own solutions. Then you can optimize your solutions, and you can also launch your solution. So I don't know anything about ML or AI, but I can build an application. How? Let me show you. We have clicked on build and AI sample applications. We have gone. So what should we take? We'll take store traffic monitor. One second. Yeah, we have clicked on store traffic monitor. It will take time because workload will be from all parts of the world. It will connect you to notebook, that is the Jupyter notebook, which is always there for development in Python. So here we are having everything. Every code is present there itself already. So you guys don't need to have problem while learning. For example, it will tell you about what is the version of your OpenVINO on the dev cloud. What are your prerequisites for making this project? They will introduce with every concept. Key concepts are also included. So then you can have how it is working. What is the configuration we are going to use? Then what is the short forms? Then what is the label files? That is how we have labeled various objects. Then the config file, everything is present here. So we'll begin with importing things. That is basic libraries for our purpose. It will, you just click here and click the play button, that would execute that command. Then you keep on doing this while actually learning it. So you will be understanding what is happening with the dev cloud. So we keep on doing this. Here we can see that it is going to use the cafe model, which is one of the development environments. See, we have FP16 IR files here. And one of the graphs it has visualized, that is the visualizer. We can view the graph. It takes little bit time because the workload is high. You can go on doing other things till that time. So the video is already present with them. So we are going to check about this video, that is the store traffic monitor on this video. It is already present there. You don't need to worry about anything. So this is how the video looks and how many people enter, everything can be seen here. Then we have other videos also. Now we will configure various things, that is the number of requests, number of CPUs, and what type of CPUs we'll do soon. Now we create a job file. See, it is creating one second. See, it has started inferencing. It will take time. We can see that it is using, in the cell we submit a job to edge node with an Intel i5 processor. So every processor is present here, that is Xenon, i5, Eon, whichever processor you want to use, you can do directly. Compute stick, everything is present here. It will take few time for inferencing. It is collecting data from the video which we have going to use. So it has an inference, and it is done 100%. It took 39.4 seconds. And now we can go on executing other things. Here we can monitor what is happening with the environment. See, academia user, our user ID, what job we have given. Now we can start viewing and result. We view results from an Intel CPU. We have taken Intel i5, right? We can see result on this one. It is telling us, see, all the results are visible. That person is detected. Bottle is detecting or not. Everything would be, you can find it here. You guys can have a closer look. The person count is 1, total persons have 1. So whenever a person comes, we can increment the count. We have the current count. Everything is available here. So with just few steps, we have inferenced and created a model for detecting about a stored traffic, etc. Number of bottle is 3. Total count, if somebody removes, what happens? Everything can be done directly. So every CPU can have their details here, and you can use this. If you want process analytics and everything, every step is provided here directly. We have used only one CPU, right? So one CPU output, frames per second can be processed is 82. We have inference for 82. And I think we can conclude here. This is how the data was computed. This is the model we have used, right? So in you can see what and all happened, convocation, some things. This is the cafe model, right? That's it, guys, from my side. You can ask various questions if you have.
Gaurav,
Yeah.
people are asking for this recorded video. Can you share them?
Yeah, we need to edit it out, then we can share it.
Yeah, fine, fine.
Guys, any if you have any doubts? So we'll go to one last step of our session, that is deep learning. You can easily understand, guys. It is nothing difficult. In the Intel platform also you can learn everything. In simple ways, if you I want to tell, how do I define it? So you can consider deep learning as machine learning technique that teaches computers to do, not like subset of AI. Just simple, will you explain please? Not like the subset of AI. Okay.
Uh, shall I answer?
You can answer.
Yeah, Karthik, deep learning is nothing but it's almost similar to ML. Like ML uses algorithm to learn the data and take possible decisions. But deep learning is a structure that differentiates the algorithms in different layers to make a neural network, and then it learns the data on its own. I think you got that right.
We don't need to provide any data to it, or
Yeah,
does everything automatically.
it does everything automatically.
You
It
don't
does
need
on
to
its
tell
own.
it is a car, it is a bike. It will
Hmm.
automatically infer from that data without any
Yeah.
data, right? So the last step is the quiz. After we complete the session, we will give you around 2 to 3 days of buffer time. You can attempt this quiz. In this quiz, you need to fill out the details. Please use your university name as CMR Technical Campus. Then unique ID we will be providing for the training. Then you need to enter the training date, that is 23rd. Then you can start the quiz. You will be given total of 3 tries, in which you need to get at least 70%. That is, out of 10 questions you need to get 7 questions correct in order to qualify and get a certificate. And the certificates would be issued by Intel itself. You will have basic questions. You can always refer internet for your help. You can answer the various questions, and then 1 second, I will do it faster for you guys. I have selected random answers. Then once you submit it, you got only 30% responses correct. You will have to correctly answer at least 7 questions to complete your assessment. You have 2 more attempts left, so you will be getting 3 attempts. You need to use your college email ID for submitting your responses, because then only we can have a track of it, and certificates can be issued. You can always take the help of the internet. Will then, after getting your score, please take a screenshot, because we want to know what how scores you have got, and based on that only you please fill the feedback form, and this feedback form will serve as the main document for you getting a certificate. And please mention, create your DevCloud account and download OpenVino toolkit, because a dev cloud account we can keep track of your performance and what you guys are doing. That's it, guys. Any doubts you can ask. No doubts. So team, once can you all guys turn on your videos? Did anybody feel bored in the entire session? You can speak out. We no issues. So today we have learned about artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, then followed by Intel tools. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. We will be having sessions with improved quality, and we will be having many contests wherein you guys can participate and show off your skills. That's it from my side. Anybody can speak anything. Yash and Bhavna, you want to tell anything to everybody?
Not much, Gaurav. I have addressed it. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask it. And it would be nice if the count was increased here. It was just 20, not
I
just
think
20 also.
because of Sunday might be.
Yeah.
We also had problems, so we need to schedule our session on Sunday morning. Else we would have done it on Saturday itself, but due to some issues we couldn't do. Next time we'll have a better plan.
Yeah. Yes, guys, any doubts?
All the AI head and ML head is there. You can ask them domain specific doubts.
The ML students are very interactive.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
interacted
have
with them.
joined, right? I
Yeah.
know they have interacted very well.
Yes, yes.
Joining ML session was very good.
Yeah.
Installing what?
Do you want installing process?
OpenVino or DevCloud? DevCloud. DevCloud installation is not required. It is just you need to go to website and sign up over there. And then you can get access to that website and everything. It is not a difficult task. Just you need to open the link. I will tell you again if you want. Just go to this link. Click. 1 second, let me sign it out first. In private window is available visible. You come to this website. Here you can see the enroll or sign in button. You can click on it. Then this will be expanded and you can click the enroll button, fill out the details, basic details and some things. Then it will ask about terms and conditions. So you please check and fill this. Then you will get your account ready and you can use it directly. Username, please remember, guys. We will want in the future. Hariharan, doubt is cleared.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Gaurav, what about Arundeep?
Arun Deepak has some personal work, I guess.
Okay. So IoT people are there or they left?
I don't know. Anybody IoT? They're there.
Yeah.
Guys, for any doubts, you can reach out us at any time. You guys know our Instagram, our LinkedIn, everything.
So you guys
Even
also have a WhatsApp group, right?
yeah, I will allow you guys to speak out. Then you can share your doubts, anything. We won't feel bad, anything. And we guys are not very superior to you guys that you can't ask us doubts.
Truly said.
We are just third years and second years also we have in our club. And our club is very new, right? So we'll slowly start spreading. Anybody doubts, or we should close it? Thank you, Priyanka. And the quiz thing, you guys will be given 3 days, I guess. In 3 days, you guys can do it. Then you can fill the feedback form, and that would be done. We'll share the certificates whenever we receive, or else you guys will receive on your mails directly from mental team. So we'll close this.
Yeah. Guys, if you need to interact, like still more interaction about domains, you can also tell us. We can make another link, another meet like next Sunday or
Yeah,
anytime. You can just tell us. Okay, we'll wrap it up.
thank you guys. It was very good interacting with you. We have also learned some things, not only you guys. So we'll close it up. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining and making this event successful as it was the first event from this club. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks, everyone. Bye. Happy Sunday.